Kate. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for your time today. How are things going for you? How are, just slowly getting out of this COVID thing?
Yeah, they're good. I'm at college right now, so
Good for you. What are
doing
you studying?
um I'm currently studying biology and religion.
Very interesting. Like, where would you like that to take you in your future?
Um I'm not really sure. I really like the sciences, so that's why there's biology, but um I like having both the sciences and the humanities, and I like learning about people, so that's where the religion comes in because religion is so important in so many people's lives.
Absolutely. Oh, good for you. Well, congratulations on that. Well, listen, you did such a good job in this film, Spaghetti Junction. I didn't know what to expect from it, but you were riveting, honestly. And you're a liar because no way this is your first film.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Tell me a little bit about how, you get the script. Look, there are certain elements that you can relate to, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But what was your reaction, and why do you think that you were presented this opportunity?
Um, well, when I first got the script and I read through it, the first thing that struck me was how dimensional August was. She's so much more than just the car crash that she was in and
Yeah.
the accident. Um, she meets this being who she doesn't know, and she's willing to help him, and she's kind, and she's adventurous. And so having a character like that and having the
Mhm.
opportunity to play a character like that, I was blown away by it and I really wanted to do it. So, um, and the script, I really liked the kind of dreamy aspect of it. It's
Yeah.
really introspective and it's thoughtful.
Absolutely. So how did it come to you? I wanted to know, Kate, because you had an act before, acted in a film before. So I found that really interesting.
It's kind of a funny story. So Kirby, the director, when he was looking for actors, he reached out to a lot of places that work with amputees, and the place that I get my prosthetics from is called A Step Ahead.
Yeah.
And they posted on their Facebook that they're looking for amputees, and my mom sent it to me, and she was like, "Do you want to audition for this?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah. And sure enough, there you go. You impressed Kirby, and you got this one. And like I said, you did a great job. And as you were saying, yes, she kind of has the weight of the world on her shoulders. There's a lot going on here because, yes, we find out she was in a car accident. Her mother has died, clearly. She loses her leg. But then she's dealing with her sister, who's clearly rebelling. She can't deal with what's going on at home. The dad is having a hard time. So it's all on August's shoulders, it seems like. And even, moments when you're acting and you're going, for me, I just feel so terrible for her. She still wants to be there for her dad, but then she breaks. Like, no kidding. I would too. So tell me a little bit about getting into her mind and playing this teenager who has so much on her shoulders.
Um, so it was nice that when I was getting into August and getting into character and learning about her, was I was actually in the house that we were filming at. So the room that is August was the room that I was staying in, and
Oh, really?
um,
Wow.
yeah, so it that helped to I was kind of living and breathing as August. And then for personally more when she was having those struggles and feeling that responsibility and wanting to help everyone around her, but also dealing with herself and her own issues, I tried to think back to moments in my life where I've felt that just everything is on me right now. Like, how do I deal with that? And um, the feelings that I've felt of as an amputee, like wanting to, how do I gauge other people's reactions to having a prosthetic, and
Right.
wanting to make everyone around me feel comfortable because me as Kate, I'm very comfortable with a prosthetic. I've had
Yeah,
it for my whole life. So
sure.
um, going through my life um, with a prosthetic and trying to think about how would August be first dealing with it, because I mean she is very a recent amputee,
That's right.
um, and the place where I get my prosthetics, A Step Ahead, I've been going to them for years, and I spoke with them because they work with all different types of amputees and different levels of or different time frames.
Yeah,
So I spoke with them about how would a recent amputee walk? How would they be dealing with things like
exactly.
that type of stuff?
Even just like getting out of the car, and especially you are a pro, you've been doing it, you know how to work with your prosthetic. But yes, getting into her mind, like even just watching her trying to get out of the car, and she drops the crutch, and like all these things. So yes, you had to kind of relearn, I guess, from when you were younger and going through all that. What was that like for you?
Um, it was kind of fun. I walked around with a crutch for a while. Um, I had a different leg for the movie, so I wore that one to practice on. And um, I say it was fun for me just because, I at the end of the day, I could go back to living normally. But
Right, right.
in the moments, there were definitely times when I was practicing and when I was walking around with a crutch where I was frustrated and because I was like trying to do things and I
Yeah,
was trying to like carry plates and I was like, well, if I could just use both my hands, but
right.
as August, she can't do that. So I had to relearn.
Yeah, fascinating to watch it. And then you have the scenes with Tyler, who plays the traveler. He's very, an enigma, like what's going on with this guy, right? And you have this interesting relationship that you bond in the film. I don't want to give away too much, but why do you think they're attracted to each other? Not in a sexual way or anything, just as how they,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think because they're both a little bit lost. The traveler is obviously lost because he's trying to get home. Um, but then August is lost in her personal life and in her in that moment in time when they find each other, they're both confused about how they're going to proceed.
mhm,
And they're both they both want to help the people around them. The being is on this journey to try to help and August is helping her dad, her sister, and then the traveler. But um, yeah, I think they just kind of see a lot of each other in the other.
yeah, yeah. It's a fascinating relationship, and to see where it goes and everything is very interesting. In real life, obviously, as you say, being an amputee for your pretty much your whole life, what is the best advice that you give to others who maybe are going through this? And because just reading about you, and my goodness, you're such an inspiration. I mean, you run triathlons, like nothing gets you down, and that's the way it should be. But sometimes in a young girl or boy's life, if this happens to them, they may not have that kind of get up and go. What's your advice to them?
I would say the advice that I would give to other amputees has kind of changed throughout the course of my life. When I was younger, I think I would have said to like do what you think you can do.
Right.
Um, but a lot of times that can be hard because people don't always know what they can do. They don't know their boundaries. But
Yeah.
I would say to having like relying on people around you is always a huge part of my life. Like if I ever struggle with something, relying on people around me. And then also having confidence in myself and having the confidence to try things. And if something doesn't go as well as I hope it does, trying again, or if I don't want to, forgiving myself and saying, oh, that didn't work out. That's okay. If
Amazing.
I do it again, I can, but if I don't, that's okay.
Yeah, good stuff. So now that you're going to be a big movie star, do you want to do more films?
And I would love to. I loved filming this, and it would be amazing if I could do more.
Yeah, well, I think we'll see you in more, but keep up those studies and study hard, and that's very, very important for sure. But I really wanted to thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure, delight to talk to you, and best of luck with the film.
Thanks so much. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Take care, Kate. Bye bye.
Bye.